By popular demand, I am prepared to show you guys some cool books off to my right. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about my 8.5 and 8.0 slabs from my personal collection. If you want to see what I have, stay tuned to this video. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. In this video, I am going to be showing you guys some slabs from my personal collection, specifically my 8.5 and 8.0 slabs by popular demand. I started this series probably over a month ago and started off with the 9.8s and ran all the way down to, I think it was the 9.2s. I was essentially done. A couple of people reached out to me and said, hey, are you going to do the 9? So I decided to do that. And then several people said, well, if you've done the 9s, you might as well do a combined 8.0 and 8.5 video. So here you go. So we have, I don't know, a healthy stack of books, probably more 8.0s than 8.5s, but we're going to run through these things. Starting off with the 8.5s, then we are going to take a brief intermission, and I want to give a shout out to a couple of really cool Instagrammers and YouTubers who I've had the pleasure of getting to know just a little bit over the last several weeks and months. So I'm going to pause, give them a shout out, and then we'll come back and finish things up with the 8.0s. So stay tuned for the full video. All right, so getting things started with the 8.5s, we are going to show Thanos Quest, one of my favorite books from my childhood. This is number 1, and this is an 8.5. My obsession with Thanos started a long time ago when I picked up this book off the rack back in 1990. This is an 8.5 with white pages, wonderful wraparound cover. And I've gotten this book slabbed and hope to be able to get the part 2 of that slabbed as well. But Jim Starlin did an incredible job with that particular series. Next up, we have the origin and first cameo appearance of him. This is one of the first books that I picked up that was slabbed when I returned to collecting earlier this year. This is 8.5 off-white to white pages, a really, really nice book. If I had to do it all over again, I think I would have picked up one with better color. The white isn't as white as I would want it to be, and I've seen some other really, really nice ones with great white covers. But again, this was early on as I returned back into collecting and didn't quite know the ins and outs of what I was doing. So this is a book that I've picked up recently. It's one that I've shown in one of my videos. This is X-Men number 107 with white pages. This is the first full appearance of the Starjammers and also of this guy down here, Marvel's Superman. And if you want to know what I mean, you may want to take a look at the video that I posted up not that long ago. But a really good book, one that I enjoy reading. This book needs no introduction. It is an awesome, iconic cover. It is Web of Spider-Man number 1 with cream to off-white pages. This book I've had in my collection for a very long time. I have another copy of this that I picked up recently when I was in Illinois visiting family. Picked up that one, and I think that's actually probably in better condition than this one, but I've had this one for a while. This was originally published back in '85, and it's just a really wonderful cover featuring Spider-Man's black costume, and you guys know that I'm a fan of that. Next up, another Amazing Spider-Man book. This is number 90. This is the death of Captain Gwen Stacy and also a Doc Ock appearance. This book is one that I picked up in a large lot of books. Again, when I first returned to collecting, I picked up, I don't know, a huge lot off of an auction site of mid-numbered Amazing Spider-Man, and this was one of the ones that I picked up and sent in to CGC to have slabs. And you know, again, it's not in bad shape to be a book that I picked up in a lot of, I want to say it's probably 40 odd books or so. This book, 8.5 white pages, needs no introduction. This is Amazing Spider-Man 361, the first full appearance of Carnage. Another book that I actually picked up off the rack back when I was a kid, and this one's been in the collection for quite some time. I think I have 2 or 3 copies of this book, but this is the one that I chose to get slabbed again because I've had it forever. All right, so that is the end of the 8.5s. Not that many books, it was a total of 6 books. So as I mentioned, I have had the pleasure of getting to know some really cool YouTubers and Instagrammers. I've given a shout out to many of them, but I'm always talking to new people, to more people as the channel continues to grow. And I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge a couple of those people. If you don't see your name here, bear with me. We will continue to do these shout outs as time goes on, but there's just a couple of people that I wanted to acknowledge. We are back, so hopefully if you're watching this video, you had a chance to see your name in the shout outs a few moments ago. If not, stay tuned because we'll absolutely be doing it again. As promised, we are going to continue things. Oh, before I do that, I realized that there's one 8.5 that I did not show in the stack of 6. And it is the one right there. It is Incredible Hulk number 181, the first appearance of Wolverine. I couldn't get the thing off the wall. I did a really good job installing it, but couldn't get it off the wall. So we are just simply going to point at it and that will be sufficient. I have 2 copies of that. I have an 8.5 and I have a Signature Series 5.5 signed by Stan Lee. All right, now with that, we are going to transition to talk about the 8.0s. And we're going to start things off with a really cool book. This is the lower grade of the 2 copies that I have. This is Uncanny X-Men 266, the first full appearance of Gambit and also a Mystique appearance. This is a pretty cool one. The one issue with this book is that it has a funky little wrap, and you can see that the wrap is a little off. I actually do, in one of my videos where I talk about lingo, I actually compare the 2 copies of this book that I have and I show what a better wrap looks like. Because this one is slightly off. But again, this is an 8.0 with off-white to white pages. And I believe that this is the one that I've had in my collection since I was a kid. Next up, another really iconic book, like that one right there. New Mutants 87. This is an 8.0, first appearance of Cable, white pages. I want to say I have 3 copies of this. But you can never have too many first appearances of Cable, really. This next book is a book that I actually received free from someone. I purchased a couple of books from a really cool guy down in Atlanta, and he sent me a couple of free books. One of them was this one. It is New Mutants 26. It is the first full appearance of Legion, and this is off-white to white pages. I think I have 2 copies of this one as well. But a really nice book. I was actually getting into Legion watching the TV show, which I thought was really cool. I think I liked the TV show a little bit better than I actually liked the new book that was named after Legion that came out. I think it was just 5 issues or something like that. This next one, Avengers 144. This is where Patsy Walker becomes Hellcat. This is off-white to white pages. I actually have 2 copies of this. I want to say that I sold the 5.0 a few months ago, but I went ahead and retained the 8.0. But a really cool Avengers cover. I think that was really cool. That Iron Man slick. I like that. All right. Next up, this is a book that I've also talked about recently in a video that I did around the cosmic characters. This is Strange Tales number 138. This is, I want to say, the first appearance or the first full appearance. No, first appearance of Eternity. And this is one of those issues that is a split issue where they actually half the book is about Nick Fury and half of it is about Doctor Strange. But a really cool book. Got a little bit of some writing on the back of it from someone with the initials of MM. So next up we have Spectacular Spider-Man 64. This is the origin and first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger recently did their own TV show. I have seen a couple of the episodes. They were okay, but this one has white pages and is a really cool book. What was this? Published back in '82. So that's cool. 2 more to go. Next up, another Amazing Spider-Man. This book was also part of that large lot of Amazing Spider-Man that I picked up not that long ago. This is issue number 72, off-white to white pages, and this is a shocker appearance. Really cool black cover. You guys know how hard it is to get these in really high grade, but this one is in pretty solid shape. A couple of spine ticks and a wonderful John Romita Sr. cover. And then the last book that we have, to no one's surprise, is another Amazing Spider-Man book from that same lot. This one is number 96. This is one of 3 books that was published in Amazing Spider-Man that did not have the Comic Code of Authority stamp on it, because it talked about drugs. And so this is number 96. Really cool issue. I have not yet read this one. I haven't read any of the 3 of those books that actually don't have the code, which would probably go somewhere up here. I have all 3, and I think multiple copies of the 3 of them. But really cool book, off-white to white pages. All right, so that is it. That is the conclusion of my slab sharing for my 8.5s and 8.0s. I hope that you enjoyed the video. And as always, thank you for taking the time to watch and comment. Take care. Have a good one.